Okay, so good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to RAFX YouTube channel. And yeah, it is Saturday, and I thought uh, I would we would cover the Philippine market because, of course, the Philippine market is one of my favorite place to invest and trade as well. So, sabi ko, siguro mas mabuti kung para ma-document ko rin yung mga trade and investment na ginagawa natin sa stock market. Why not create a video para meron din tayong ma-inspire na or ma-inspire, matulungan, maging interesado sa pagte-trade dito sa ating local market. And ang template na plano kong gawin is the same ng sa global market na magbibigay tayo ng konting review, outlook, and sometimes kung meron tayong makikitang mga trading opportunities for certain stocks is gagawin din natin ang discussion and kung saan tayo papasok, ano yung mga levels na tinitingnan natin and mga reason kung bakit natin tinatrade ang isang market na yun. So I think that's a very basic na template na pwede ko ma-share sa channel na to as part of my documentation of my personal journey to market. So ang target is to help as well other people to get interested in the market because I believe we have an opportunity here. So not just for today, but it's been according to our research na marami tayong makukuhang lesson sa pagte-trade, pag-i-invest sa stock market, not just personally on your financials but in a way na magawa mo tong vehicle to grow your savings. Okay, so that would be another topic, and today we are going to review on the Philippine market and ano yung outlook natin next week. And I covered, so in this trade, so ano ba yung naging epekto, ano yung naging movement ng market this week, and then ano yung mga stock na nakikita nating merong nag-present sila ng opportunities during the week. So meron ako ditong Omicron variant. Ano yung Omicron variant? We have PLDT. We also have REITs, so meron na tayong iba't ibang REIT company sa Philippine Stock Exchange. So I also have here BDO, JFC, Aboitiz Power. The two oil companies that is publicly listed sa ating local exchange. And of course, we have the Semirara Mining. Okay, so ito yung mga titingnan natin on this video kung meron pa tayong makikitang opportunities. So let me turn back to our chart. So medyo nangangapa pa tayo sa ating chart. Okay, so let me make sure that it's recording, and it is. So this is the very basic. So I want to get into the idea na sa trading it shouldn't be very difficult and it shouldn't be very complicated. So I've been through that stage, and at first it's very exciting. I mean those complicated indicators, complicated charts. We've been there, so I've been there, and sometimes I still do when I do stock day trading or intraday trading. But I noticed that I get more when I use a very clean and very simple screen for my charting, and also it is very helpful for me because, as you know, hindi tayo full-time trader. We do have a full-time job, and we just manage to fit in our schedule na makapag-trade tayo ng different instrument out of our schedule. And yeah, that's to make sure na even though meron tayong trabaho, nasa corporate tayo, meron tayong konting negosyo, pwede pa rin tayong mag-trade. So let's start. Here, kung makikita nyo is we have the Philippine index. So this is the PSEI. And let's take a full review on ano yung naging takbo ng chart within the year. So let's start it here. Dito sa pag-start ng 2021. During that time, if you observe, is from here on 7,432. It goes all the way down to 6,087, and that is during May of 2013. However, it went back to as high as 7,069 again on July, and it goes down again into here. That is July also. But kung mapapansin mo today, if we are going to use the dynamic support na 200 moving average, bumaba siya dyan sa ating dynamic support. And ano yung nangyari this week na nakapagpababa dyan actually? So before that drop or correction na nakita natin, ang index is nasa 7,472 na siya noong November 10, di ba? And then somehow it consolidated on that area here. So ito yung consolidation natin. And bigla siyang nag-drop dito. So meron siyang drop dyan. And ito yung time na sumulpot yung biglang pagsumulpot ng Omicron variant ng COVID-19. And this is not just happen in the Philippines, but all markets around the world has been affected by this. But does it present to us any trading opportunities? So for now, I think the best thing to do with the index is observe it for this coming week, right? But if you will know, according to our chart, bumabawi na siya, di ba? Kumbaga, yung ating support, yung dynamic support natin is hindi siya bumigay, and it started to recover. So let's see kung sustainable na ba yan yung kanyang recovery this week, or meron pa tayong mga surprise na maririnig within next. So ang strategy dyan is to observe and look for the support na immediate na titingnan mo kung bibigay yon in case na merong mangyayaring mga surprise with regards to economy, the variant itself, or kung meron pang ibang pwedeng maging surprise within the coming weeks. But we're still hopeful na we will end 2021 for the Philippine market to be a good year still. Kasi nga this year, ayan medyo kitang-kita naman natin yung kanyang line na okay naman, yung kanyang trend line, diba? So that means although meron tayong correction today, it doesn't mean na that would continue. What we can do is observe, and sa palagay ko magiging strong or interesting etong support na to within the coming weeks. So I think that's it for the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. So ano ba? So next is we have here PLDT. So ang PLDT, I've been observing this, and personally I am holding I think I've created some videos about PLDT before, na ito yung isa sa favorite ko na na stock sa local market. Kasi nga bukod sa fundamentally sound, dahil lalo na ngayon na marami ang demand or malaki ang demand ng broadband, and sila yung leading sa market, and of course they also give very good dividend. So dalawa yung reason kung bakit meron tayong investment sa PLDT. One is capital appreciation, and second is yung kanyang dividend price. So this is the area na plot natin. Ito yung mga support area na kumbaga tinitingnan natin. Ito yung mga buy the dips na tinatawag ko sa PLDT. So meaning ang ginagawa natin is we continue to accumulate. Bakit? Dahil alam natin na in the long run makakabawi din siya doon sa kanyang presyo before the pandemic. So I think I think hindi covered ng chart, but I still believe that makakabalik tayo dito sa area na to and beyond. Okay? So okay, a few minutes tell. Okay, so here's the chart. So the trading week was this one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So since index napakalaking part ng PLDT sa ating market index, isa siya sa talagang bumigay, and for me that is a very good trading or buying opportunity dito. So I think ito yung tinitingnan kong support, na sabi ko nga pag lumalapit siya dyan, bibili tayo. And yun nga, I believe na bumili tayo in this area here, and nakakuha rin tayo ng konti somewhere here. So that's an additional accumulation for the position I have personally with PLDT. And same, the trend is still up, and according to this chart, napaka strong netong support nito. And we will see if the same, kung bibigay ba yan or it will continuously recover up to price and beyond it. Okay, so that's my take for PLDT. So kung ma-break naman niya yung support na yan, ang titingnan naman natin sunod is etong area na ito. Okay, so sabi ko kanina, magko-cover tayo ng different REIT stock. Okay, so real estate investment trust. So ito rin yung isa sa mga paborito natin, kasi nga ito yung merong dalawang opportunity para sa atin, dividend and yung kanyang price appreciation. So sa mga gusto pang humabol sa mga real estate investment trust na nasa local market natin, this is, I believe, a buying opportunity. So let's see kung saan tayo pwedeng bumili. So let's start with the Robinson's Land Commercial REIT. So from this price, which is I think the IPO, so nagkaroon na siya ng run. So ilang percent na yan? So let's measure it from here, from the lowest. And we had, so mga nakakuha doon, they got a 16% return with their investment, diba? So, and it only took them around 73 or roughly almost 4 months, diba? And now for other traders na, or for kung investor ka naman, medyo kung nakakuha ka dito, that is December 1, nung Wednesday, napaka ganda ng opportunity na yan kung nakakuha ka, kasi nga dito sa support na to, bigla na siyang bumalik. and we don't know if that price would go back again here. So syempre, there's a possibility pa rin, hindi natin alam, di ba? But for those na nakakuha na rito, just like me, I'm observing RCR because I also have a position in this one, and I did buy some position or add on to my position here, and yeah, as the chart show, medyo bumalik na siya sa level ng 740. So yeah, RCR is a very good investment as well, and this is also a good trading asset as well if you want just to get in and get out. So another REIT is para naman sa Mega World. This is MREIT. So this one, ito yung support na tinitingnan ko na pwede akong mag-add, but with what happens this week, siguro ang pinaka magandang opportunity na nag-present this week is in this candle. Oh, this is November 29 pa. So, diba? So, nung November 29, ito yung maganda niyang opportunity wherein the price went down all the way to 7 or 1802. So, sa mga nakakuha doon, congratulations. And yeah, and then kung nagbenta kayo, kung kumuha kayo dyan and binenta nyo rin na rito, that's congratulations pa rin. You've already got let's say somewhere nandito yung reference or yung average price nyo, and napakaswerte nyo kunyari na nakabenta kayo dyan sa 18.36, so that's around 1.7. Not bad. That's still a little bit higher than the banks could give you, diba? But again, this is REIT, and we are looking this into two different vehicle or opportunity, yung kanyang dividend, and of course yung kanyang price appreciation. Okay, so yun, kung gusto mo namang i-observe din ang MREIT, again, ito yung mga area na pwede mong tingnan. This one is a very good support, and also this line that is 18.03. Pwede kang mag-abang-abang dyan, baka meron pa tayo matatanggap before the end of the year bago siya magbigay ng kanyang quarterly na dividend. So that would be a very good price to watch. So I would share with you another one. I think this one. This is my first A-REIT investment actually, but when it went up here, I sold all my position dito sa part na no, not on that part, but somewhere around here on October. So somewhere here, binenta na natin yung ating position na nakuha natin somewhere here. Okay, so the reason behind it is because we during that time nag-aabang tayo ng presyo sa other REITs company na RCR and MREIT. But yeah, nung binenta ko siya, and the chart now is it runs back up to 50 pesos. However, kahapon or nung December 1, I observed na meron siyang bumalik siya dito sa ating dynamic support na what is this one? So this is 50 moving average, diba? So bumalik siya dyan. So I thought this is a very good opportunity, and when I plot this support here, and yeah, that's very good. So the next day, I think nakakuha ako rito sa price na 43.70. I think meron akong 43.70 na price dyan na nabili ko, and I'm planning to hold it a little more until makabalik siya dyan. And yeah, that's a very good trading for me, and siguro by this coming week I'll plan to observe the price if kailangan ba nating mag-take profit na to, or just hold it until makabalik siya dito sa level na ito. So that's the target that I'm looking for para sa MREIT. So this is now, I'm not investing it for the long term, not like RCR and MREIT, but I'm trading this one. I got a position and I'm planning to sell it somewhere here. Okay, and as you will know, my stop loss is in this area, and yeah, maybe I'll be using the 20 or 8 moving average to watch the swing kung kailangan ko nang lumabas. Okay, so here's another REIT in the country. So in this case, we have MREIT. So again, ito yung area na napaka-strong support for PhilREIT. And congratulations doon sa mga nakapagdagdag dito. So personally, wala akong position sa PhilREIT, but yeah, I'm closely monitoring the Philippine stocks recently because I'm still seeing recent opportunities to trade in with the local market. So yun lang, but yeah, still the same with our approach with the global markets. We tend to catch the swing, the big swings in the big swings movement. Hindi na tayo medyo nagpo-focus doon sa 1 minute kasi nga there is an incoming work for me in the coming months, so gusto kong mag-focus din doon sa aking job. So that's why I want to get discipline on my trading schedule. So in order for me to optimize that schedule, hindi ako dapat nag-day trade. So I'll make sure na gagamitin na, babalik ulit tayo doon sa ating daily and hourly chart. But of course, it depends kung holiday and meron tayong mga PTOs na gusto natin mag-trade. Doon pwede tayong mag-day trade. And maybe sometime isa-share natin yung mga day trading videos din natin. Okay, so that's it for PhilREIT. Yeah. Next is I have here Aboitiz Power. So Aboitiz Power, why I included, kung bakit ko sinali or isinama sa ating outlook ang Aboitiz Power, because I can see an opportunity in here. So if you will notice, this one is a very good support, and I'm trying to see if this decline is an opportunity or na pwede na natin siyang i-trade pataas, kasi nga long lang naman yung pwede natin gawin sa local market. So in order to do that, you can observe if etong level na yan is bigyan nga natin ng konting line, rectangle. So etong resistance na to is the break by this week, then it would be a good opportunity to trade that one. And or kung pwede rin naman, kung babalik siya dito sa level nito, pwede tayong bumili dyan with a price target of somewhere around here as our initial target. Okay, and kung maabot niya yan, we will observe the candle in the movement of the price action kung kailangan pa nating mag-hold or pwede tayong sabihin natin na kung talagang malakas pa rin yung price action, we could wait up until here. But that's the trading idea na pwede natin gawin sa Aboitiz Power. We would see a breakout of that resistance and we can buy, or if the price goes back to this support, we could also buy. So maybe I'll create some video if matatrade natin siya personally in the coming days. Okay. So next is BDO. So what's interesting with BDO is it got a very good run this year, diba? So meron siyang consolidation actually. So ito yung consolidation area niya. So kung mapapansin nyo, nag-consolidate siya dyan sa area na yan. So let's cover that. Okay. So I believe I also mentioned this before, na still BDO is a good investment. So this is the consolidation. So from what? This is 2020 pa of November. And the price just keeps bouncing back on that area. So kung you are a swing trader, so this is called a stock in a box. So meaning pag nag-hit siya dyan, pwede natin siyang i-short, but hindi siya pwede dito sa local market. What we can do is etong level na to, pag nag-bounce siya dyan, nakakita tayo ng entry signal, we do it, we buy it, and we sell it somewhere here. But now, with this opportunity, ang nakikita natin trading opportunity now is this area here. Okay. So, ito yung area na pwede nating i-trade. So, the same with avoid this power kanina. Kung mabe-break niya ito, we can buy on that, and our price target or take profit price is in here. Or kung babalik man siya dyan, that is a very good buying opportunity kapag pumunta siya rito. And we will put our stop loss somewhere here. Okay, so that's the trading plan na pwede natin, or trade idea na pwede natin gawin with BDO. Okay, so how about Jollibee? So Jollibee, same. Kung mapapansin mo, meron din siyang consolidation. Ang na-observe ko lang sa Philippines is kapag nasa index siya, almost pare-pareho sila ng movement. Diba? So in here, ito yung consolidation niya. Nag-breakout siya dyan. Nag-breakout. And same with BDO. Ito yung price na pwede natin gamitin as a good trading or good entry point. Ayan. Diba? Okay. So, nag-breakout na siya doon. Okay. But it is a false breakout dito sa ating resistance na ito. So, maybe this price or Jollibee would go back here sa support na to, and we could use that as our buying opportunity with a price target of initially here and up all the way to 259. Okay, so that's Jollibee. And let's see Petron Corporation. So Petron Corporation is one of the oil company na listed na pwede natin i-trade. So ang Petron is on its consolidation, but since we can only do a buying opportunity or a long position sa Philippine stocks, we could use this area here. So that is 2.97, and if you will notice yung RSI natin medyo oversold na rin. So let's observe kung bibigyan tayo ng opportunities here. So in fact, for me, I would buy next week here, and put my stop loss somewhere around below this support area. Okay, so we will do that next week for Petron. So meaning bibili tayo, and we would set it up kasi that's a very good run kung magtutuloy-tuloy siya. But with the world market on oil, medyo titingnan pa rin natin because we are seeing a decline on the market, on the oil market. So yun din, I'm sure this Petron will be very much affected on the movement of the oil market. So that's it for Petron. How about Shell? This is the same, but medyo malayo pa yung kanyang trading opportunity. But what we can do is kung medyo aggressive ka, you can buy next week on this price level and set your support in here. Okay, and that would give you maybe, let's see kung ilang percentage yan. So let's say you could have an average price in this level. That would give you around 14%, diba? So that's very good return kung magiging tama yung ating trade for Shell. But of course, as a trader, you should always check your risk reward ratio, especially if you are a short or mid-term trader using daily chart. So for me again, pwede tayong bumili next week on this range here. Pwede kang mag-accumulate dyan and observe your stop loss here, somewhere around here. Okay, so let's see if kung meron tayong, kung pwede natin siya trade by next week, and we'll share that in here as well. So the last stock na nakita ko na meron tayong konting opportunity is Semirara. Okay, so this is a power sector and a mining company. So the same, it moved as much as in 30 pesos and 85 cents. So kumbaga, kung nakakuha ka dito sa break na to, you could, and let's get a conservative na dito ka na nag-trade and nag-sell. So still that's 50% of your investment, di ba? And now we can see that there is a trading opportunity. So why? Because that line is a very good support. Okay, so what's the trading plan na pwede natin gawin with SEC? So for me, I would look into this low as my support, or conservatively I could also put my stop loss here. Okay, but I would start accumulating in this price, especially na bumababa siya. We could see this price coming all the way here. Okay, so on this price area, pwede tayong mag-accumulate dyan and put a hard stop in here. Okay, let's put a hard stop in that and see if what would happen, what would the next move if we are right, if we go back all the way there, since it's the end of the year and maybe things would become better by next week. Okay, so that's it. We've covered all of our mention. Meron pa tayo nakalimutan na stock. So we've covered Omicron variant, TEL. We have covered different REITs, ano yung trading ideas natin doon. We also have BDO. We've covered that doon sa price support. JFC, of course, meron din. I also mentioned that. Aboitiz Power, Petron, Shell, and Semirara. So yeah, I think that's it for me, and thank you for your time, and hopefully you could support me on my next video in the coming days. Thank you, and you have a great weekend.